I have just returned from America and during my stay observed a number of young, fat, obese, crippled and sick people dressed in the designer wear, dark glasses, toned jeans, pickup back front, scoffing themselves with high carb, sugar and fatty foods, along with their ice creams, cokes and coffees, eating and drinking as if food were rationed and they were suffering deprivation and depression. What a hell of a life in a land of plentiful. A good example to the world how not to live. But sadly, the whole world looks up to America and wants to follow in her footsteps. The rat race leads to a fast life and an early death. On the subject of anti-aging, I generally advise my patients as such. When you consider buying a car, you would generally ask the following questions. What is the make, model, power of the engine, fuel consumption and performance? Example, miles per gallon, and type of fuel or oil it needs and how best to maintain it. You will not fill your tank with petrol if it needs diesel, or fill paraffin if it needs petrol. You will soon realize the consequences of such a brazen mistake. When you have the right fuel and oil, you still have to consider the electric parts and ensure the engine is well tuned so that the carburetor can perform its duty of combustion, assisted by the right mix of fuel, air and sparks from the plugs. They drive the pistons, and the better tuned the engine, the better the performance and the more miles per gallon, with the least amount of pollution and a comfortable drive as a result. But when it comes to the human life, we take it for granted. We are brainwashed to believe that we can walk into the grocery stores and buy whatever's on the shelf and make a choice for the day. This is like walking blind. The body can improvise for a while, and then it begins to get tired, break down, and wear. Disease and aging is the result. When it comes to aging, we must realize that age is not the years we have lived, but rather it stands for advanced glycosylation end products. You know, when you put the wrong fuel and drive your car, it is not too long before the engine burns out or seizes up. The same is with excess age. The world is suffering from what I consider the modern plague. Rheumatism, arthritis, diabetes, obesity, heart problems, cholesterol and blood pressure, they are all due to the wrong mix of food, resulting in age and aging. One man's meat is another man's poison. No two persons, even from the same family and parents, have the same metabolic constitution. Our diets need to be tailor-made for the individual. This is something your doctor does not take into consideration, nor do the dietitians. Ignorantly, they talk about disease and how to deal with it, but never what has caused it, or how not to get ill in the first place. Take your life in your hands, and remember, Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, "Let food be your medicine, and medicine your food."